Right, so the Earth is like a huge ball of rock that is traveling through space. And God made it so that we as human beings can live in our beautiful Earth. And it's the only place we can live. We cannot live on any other planet. The Earth is made up of lots and lots of water covering it. It has about 70% water and 30% land. And as we've told you, it's the only planet that has life and animals and plants that we enjoy. Earth is the right distance from the sun, that we don't get too hot and boil away, and it is not too cold either, that we freeze and cannot move. And it's the most beautiful place that God has ever made. And some people even call it the blue and white marble that swirls and makes patches of white clouds, snow and ice. The brown is the Earth's land, made up of huge chunks of rock and soil. And the blue is the water. Now, how does it make the day and night time? Well, this Earth spins on its axis, which is the top. If you look at my finger, pretend that's the axis, like a line going through. It doesn't really have one, but that's how we can do it. And then put your little finger around, make a ball. And it's spinning around this ball, around this axis like that. Now, when this side has a lot of sun, this part of the Earth has a lot of sun, that we call daytime. And this part that has hardly any sun, but just a little bit of the moon, that is called nighttime. So what happens, the sun doesn't move, the Earth is moving. So when this part of the Earth is this side, that's where the sun is. And then it will move until where the sun is. So that's how the planet is moving to make day and nighttime. Right, now, if we look around at the Earth, and the Earth is the air around the Earth from its atmosphere. Air is made up of gases and oxygen. Now, if we look here below, let's first look at the first layer. That's called the ozone layer, okay? And where the sun rays can be harmful. So if you're sitting on top of the Earth here, that can be very harmful to you. And there's a gas called the ozone gas, which helps keeps the rays away, that we don't get harmed by the sun's rays reaching us living here on Earth. Right, so if we look here below is different layers. We've got the crust, the mantle, the outer core, and the inner core. Now if we look at the crust, that's this bit here, this orange bit. Yeah. That is the rocky layer of the Earth, and it's made up of all the land and the ocean floor. Okay, so if we look here, that's the blue part, the ocean floor. Okay, the mantle is just below the crust, this thin layer. This red part is the mantle, and it's a thick layer of hard rock called the mantle. So this hard rock is called the mantle. Hot. And yes, it's hot. That's why they made it red. You don't want to live there. The outer core, hot melted iron, forms the Earth's outer core. And then when we go right into the inner core, at the Earth's center, the inner core is a hot ball of solid iron. So how many layers are there? Let's count. We've got our ozone layer,
The atmosphere.
which is part of the atmosphere, the crust, the mantle, the outer core, the inner core. So there are 5 layers in total, but you don't see them. That's if you had to open up the Earth and study, like a scientist will study. What we see if we were in space is this big round circle of the land, which could be looking brown. These white little parts are clouds. And the swirls here is the ocean. That's how we would see our planet from space.